Is Reyff Designs, and we're going to be adding the flare wings from Clockworks to a 23 Elite. All right, so we're here with this 2023 Elite, and we've already taken off the fairing because we're doing some other stuff, and it'd be easier to actually put the fairing sides on anyway. So like I said, we already have the fairing off, so it's going to be easier to attach these flare wings at this point. I'm sure you guys have seen some of my other videos how to take off the fairing. You don't have to do this. If you don't do this, I would go ahead and then tape off the fairing from here. That way you're not getting any kind of glue, any alcohol to disrupt the paint. So the next steps will be, we're going to do a little taping and then cleaning, and then we're going to adhere it. I do have a guest in here.
Hey guys, Rich Kincaid.
Rich Kincaid's with me. So anyways, this is his bike, and we're going to go ahead and tackle it. All right, so first we're going to go ahead and just tape off some areas. The instructions talk about this. Ooh, that's not a good sign. We're going to have to really clean.
F11, huh?
Yeah, let's see what we can do here. We might be out of luck. So you put F11 on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't done it in a while, but
It's silicone based? Do you know?
I don't know.
So, I mean, it's... I'm going to let that ride like that, and hopefully it will... It definitely does not want to stick. All right. Okay, with this kit, like I said, we got other things going on here too, but with this kit, we get some alcohol, some instructions, a primer. We have to pop this primer at this dot here in a few. And then within the kit itself, nice box, nice foam, and it comes with 2 flare wings that have 3M tape all over them, which is a good thing. Okay, that's about it. So we'll go ahead and make sure they fit correctly-ish. The biggest thing I think will be on the center. Okay. So basically it follows a line, as you guys can see. Put that one there. And that one there. So you use F11 coating.
Yep.
That scares me a little bit. We'll just clean the hell out of it.
Yeah.
And see how, if I can clean it with alcohol and tape can stick to it, we'll be okay. If not, you might have to get a little more aggressive if you really want these.
Okay.
Just with like a lacquer thinner. That way that area can clean that silicone-based material. It's probably silicone-based.
I don't know, I could look it up, I guess.
Yeah, we're just going to clean the whole material, the whole side. I would have put tape down here, but I know it won't stick right now, so. All right, after we clean both sides, we'll come back to you. And we will put the primer on next. We're recording. All right. The tape test is a good test to see how well it's going to stick. It just doesn't feel like it's that catching yet. So we're going to go ahead and do the third alcohol on it just to see if we can get it cleaned up a little more. Because I don't want to stick this on. I know the primer's there to get the primer's there to open up the pore of that plastic, so it will really go. I just don't want to waste the primer.
Sure.
Not knowing that it could at least get to the first stage of stickiness. We're just gonna be pointing right here.
Okay.
All right. So what we decided was, since there was a coating on this already, and some of you guys might already have coating on your plastics, is that if it's a silicone base, it will not allow that tape to stick. Now that's probably the reason why that Clockwork now puts a primer. So we cleaned it 3 times with alcohol. It really did not. And the test really is a piece of tape. If this piece of tape can't adhere to this, like so, like if I put a piece of tape up here, just to show you, it doesn't want to stick. It's actually lifting. I can't get it to press down. It wants to, it'll just literally flop off, right? This area has to have stickiness enough to where that 3M adhesive tape will actually stick and never want to remove. If you have a silicone based product, all it is like it's a coating that's like almost like WD-40, and it will just literally pop right off. So as you can tell, that's a great pull. So what we did is we put lacquer thinner. I used lacquer thinner to clean this area because the alcohol wasn't enough to pull the F11 coating off of this plastic. So our next step is now we're going to actually put the 3M primer on next on both sides. You have 5 minutes. You have to at least wait 5 minutes, but no longer than 45 minutes. So that'll be our next step, and you'll see me do that next. All right, so basically the instructions, crush dot, this is your primer. So we're gonna crush this dot, just like that. You hear the little pop, okay? And then we're gonna apply a thin coating to the mating surfaces. So this primer, that's probably the hardener in it, or it might be an activator, I'm not exactly sure. So we're gonna apply this, and then we're gonna wait for 5 minutes. Oh, it's like a little brush. All right, so we're back, and we waited 10 minutes to put these on. We've already taken the backing off the tape, and now we're basically just gonna take this tape off, line this up in position. Take your time, kind of. That's a good sign. I think we're looking pretty good right here. So let's take a look. Yeah. All right, now we're feeling good. Let's make sure you press your 3M tape on tightly. Okay. I don't think that's ever going to come off. That's the intention, but.
That's the intent.
All right. There's one.
Looks good. Looks good.
Yeah. Let's do the next one. All right. Same thing. Just really just take a few minutes just to kind of line things out. I like lining from the top because that's the most apparent thing you're probably going to be looking at when you first see these. That's a good sign. Okay. Again, if you need to take these off, it will come off. It's just a double-sided adhesive tape. Let's, for example, you get this misaligned. It's just going to take a little bit to get that adhesive tape off. Since you wouldn't have any more primer, what I would just redo is just redo it in lacquer thinner again. Make sure those pores are open on the plastic, and that adhesive will adhere right back to it. But I think we're looking good. So next we'll get the fairing back on, and then we'll take a look with it all together. Right now it's looking good from the front view, or the back view, I guess, rider's view. And we'll put the fairing back on again, like I said, and we'll see what it looks like. And we just finished putting the flare wings on, which are these, and they look good on there. As you saw, the steps that we did before to make sure that they were going to stay on. And later at the end of this video, we'll have a little bit more information how they've been working for about a week or so. So they look good. The other things that we did with this bike is we put the vent screens in. I think those look really killer in there. And then we did the windshield screen. So again, this is a 23 Elite, or Indian Pursuit Elite. Indian Pursuit Elite?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Too many words. And again, after this, you'll see a little bit of us talking about how these actually worked, how they deflected the wind, and go from there. All right, Rich, let's know what you're about these flares.
All right, so put them on at Rob's shop immediately. When I left, I felt an immediate difference on the wind on my hands and my shoulders. For me, it's well worth the money spent to put these babies on. Again, I felt it immediately. Less wind drag on my hand and on my shoulders.
Right on, man. Well, Rich, I appreciate it. And thanks for the action review, after action review.
Awesome.